Alright. Here we go. If you're watching this later on, this is a live stream. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I spent the whole day with the family, so I didn't really shoot a whole lot. So instead of trying to force a video out of what I had, I decided I would just do a live stream. We'll hang out and talk for a little bit. So, hello to everyone who's just joining. Today, I'm playing Pokemon Emerald version, 3rd generation. It got the most requests on Twitter. So, wow. Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'll just let people kind of show up, filter in, and then we'll get started in a minute or two. This chat moves way faster on the stream than it does here. Let's see. Oh my. Alright, there it goes. This is so fast. Where is slow mode? How come I can't slow mode? Oh goodness. Chat is way too fast, but I saw that message. You didn't think anyone was going to see that, but I saw it. Alright. Give me 1 second. I gotta... Oh, there we go. Oh god. Slow mode is on. Alright. Well, maybe it'll slow down in a second. Let's see. Maybe? Alright, well anyway, welcome. I'm playing Pokemon Emerald today. 3rd generation. Shout out to Persons for the donation. JohnnyMod123, thank you also. Appreciate it. Yes, this will be archived to YouTube, so you will be able to watch this later if you can't stick around for the whole time. So it will be here. Now, here we go. This is a randomized version of Emerald. Mainly I randomize it because I've played through these games so many times that it just keeps it interesting for me if it's randomized. Oh, they don't have my... I'll just use this frame. Randomized means there are different degrees of randomization, but for this one I just randomized all the wild Pokemon and the trainers Pokemon. Sometimes I'll randomize types too, so it's like learning Pokemon all over again. Catherine, thank you for the donation. So anyway, whoa, what is that? That's some kind of glitch. Yeah, randomized. Chaos Lord, thanks for the donation. Yeah, see that Hypno? Randomized. That was quick. Did it just like cut a bunch of the intro? Anyway. Rev Army has arrived. Isn't Reversal streaming right now? What are you guys doing over here? Shouldn't you be watching his stream? Pick Mudkip. Here's the thing. The starters are going to be randomized too, so it probably won't be Mudkip. Also, it looks like the text got messed up somehow. That's not good. Oh man, that's not good at all, actually. I mean, I know, like, what's going on. I know what everything's saying. So, I guess it's not that bad. Like, I don't really need the text to get through this game. Do I have to set the clock? Sure. Alright. What's the secret to getting your Go Plus connected? I honestly have no idea. Also, I don't know what happened to the text here, so That's not good, but anyway, I know what it's saying. Oh, it was a news report. It was my dad in, what's that city called? I don't know. Oh, I jumped the gun. Melody, thank you for the donation. Can't stay long because I'm at work. Get back to work. Thanks. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm sorry if, like, this is gonna be confusing for some of you, because the text is all messed up. Let me try to reload this. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is weird. I think when I randomized it, something got messed up with the text. So... Rooster Bros, I painted something for you. How do I send it? You can send it to my mailbox. The mailbox address is in the description of like normal videos. It's probably not in the description for this live stream. But if you go to the About page on the channel, it should be there also. Embraced the PokeTuber life. I don't know. I've felt recently like I wanted to play a main series game. So, this should be fun. My microphone's loud? What? Turn down your volume. Let me try real quick to redo this and see if I can get the text working. If not, we're just gonna play it like this. And I'll explain what's happening. Jay Blake, any plans to visit the UK? Yeah, eventually. I do want to do Europe. Probably a lot of Europe. There's a lot of countries in Europe that I want to visit. So when I do make it out to Europe, I'm going to try to get to multiple countries for sure. Alright. Give me 1 second if you guys are just joining. I'm trying to re-randomize this ROM because something went wrong and I lost all the text. So let me just try it one more time. Base stats, starters, random. Trainer Pokemon, random. Type themed. Wild Pokemon, random. And it should be good, right? Running shoes indoors. I'm going to leave that off, just in case that was one of the things that messed it up. Alright. Mic is loud. Alright, I'll turn it down a little. Is that better? Am I hurting anyone's ears? Pokemon Emerald, random. Okay, let me just reload this. Open a new ROM. Pokemon Emerald, random. That's the one. Alright, let's see if we can get this right this time. Hopefully the text is working this time. So anyway, welcome back again. And here we go. Oh, Ultra Tom with the fix. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Apparently it was because I set the text speed to fast in the randomizer after also setting it to like fast max text speed. That's alright. We'll just do it like this. It's working. There's Jumpluff. Randomized. Sophus Arnbjerg. Thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Alright. Where's Hater Nick? Probably off hating somewhere. He might be in chat. Alright, you know what? I do actually want fast chat, so give me 1 second. I'm opening the previous random one. And then I won't set it to fast in-game, and it should work. Right? Yeah. Thanks for putting up with this. It's my first time streaming a Game Boy game, so should be fun. What are my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch? I think it's cool. Honestly, I want one. I want one, especially now that Mario Kart's out. But, you know, they're hard to find right now. Whoa, Daniel Shepard. Thank you for the donation, man. Me and my boyfriend love watching your videos, and they've encouraged us to keep playing Pokemon and actually start doing events and projects. That's cool. I'm glad to hear it. It's just really cool to hear that, you know, people are interested in playing the game, in playing Pokemon Go, or keep playing Pokemon Go because of my videos or anyone else's videos. It's just cool to keep people interested. Dilip Kopu. Where'd you go? I'm losing these. I have a question for you. Why don't you visit cities in the USA like once a month and play Pokemon? Like a true explorer. Yeah, I definitely do want to start doing that a little bit more frequently. There are a couple things that I'm sort of planning as far as like domestic trips. So there will definitely be more of that coming up soon. K Corona 92, love your vids, most educational Pogo YouTuber. Thank you. I try. I feel like, you know, sharing knowledge is something that I've always enjoyed. So, I'm glad you guys are taking it in. Cody Yates, love everything you do. Keep up all your great work, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sam the Man, big fan. Just wanted to say keep up the good work and awesome videos. Thank you. Where'd we go? Levine Pradeep. Thank you for the donation. What gen is in Emerald? This is 3rd generation. So it's going to have 1st through 3rd. So there will be 1st and 2nd generation Pokemon that you're all familiar with since you've been playing Pokemon Go. And then for those of you who haven't really played main series games, this will be a nice introduction to a lot of 3rd generation Pokemon. So I'll kind of explain those as they come about. Kind of let you guys know who's cool, who's not, what we can expect from them in Pokemon Go. Although I probably won't go into that too much since, you know, we have gym rework coming. We're not going to know exactly what's going to be cool, how things are going to work. Ashley Cox. Hey Nick, this is from my son Damien, who handed me the cash because he wants to help you travel. Damien, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alright. Mom wants me to look at my desk. Let's go grab a potion out of the PC. And then head back. Whoops. Alright. What is Randomizer? Let me explain. A randomizer is, it's like a JavaScript or Java program. I don't know. It's a program that someone made that allows you to randomize a lot of aspects of Pokemon games. So for this one, I just randomized the wild Pokemon. So instead of finding like the standard, like the common Pokemon at the beginning and then finding better and rarer stuff as it goes on, everything's totally random. So I could find literally any Pokemon in the wild as soon as I step out into the grass. Same thing, starters are going to be randomized. And the reason I do that is just because I have played through these games so many times that randomizing it kind of keeps it interesting because I don't know what to expect. Whereas if I just played it through vanilla, like the standard version, I would know exactly what I'm going to find on every route. I know which Pokemon I'm going to want to use, which Pokemon are going to be the best. But this way, it just makes things a little bit more interesting for me and a little bit more exciting. So, let's head out. Mystical. I had a 2794 Dragonite flee from me the other day. I am so sorry to hear that. My mic's low end is slightly over-modulating. Really? Let me see. Add some filters on here. Never mind, I don't have any filters. Gain? Noise gate? Okay. I don't know. Let me know if that's any better. I am not going to be Nuzlocking this. I don't know. Should I? Let me know. Should I do a Nuzlocke? Nuzlocks are scary and hard, especially when it's randomized like this. How old am I? I am, let me think about it, 27? Alright, here we go. We're going to find out what these randomized starters are. Remember, these are not normal Gen 3 starters. Oh, I think I know what we're picking already. So we have Lotad, that's a water and grass type. We have Beldum, which I'm probably picking because it's Beldum. It's like a pseudo-legendary. It's like the Larvitar or Dratini of Gen 3. And then Abra, which is going to be way too hard. And I would instantly lose because it's only going to no teleport. So, Beldum. I'm going to give you guys a second to vote for which starter you think we should choose. And let me go back and read some of these super chats here. Justine, hey Nick, will you stop in south of France during your European Pokemon trip? Possibly. It's definitely a possibility. That French Riviera. Hey Nick, love your videos. Do you plan to come to Brazil? We have Corsola and Heracross. I would actually. I do want to go to Brazil. It's one of the countries in South America that I want to visit for sure. Carlos. Cool guy Carlos here. Hey. Your drone videos have inspired me to purchase my own DJI Mavic. Any suggestions, advice for a drone newbie? Sending you my lunch money. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope that you're still able to eat after that. But tips for newbies, I would say, 1, read rules and regulations for sure. Don't do anything that you're not supposed to do with it, which I am occasionally guilty of. But definitely get to know drone laws for sure, and then after that just take it out somewhere wide open and practice. My biggest tip is you need to be smooth with your shots. It's easy. Oh god, takedown is my only move. Alright, so it's easy to like want to do these micro adjustments. If you're trying to fly straight at something and you're not going straight at it, you'll kind of like, you know, do a little adjustment and it ends up looking really bad because you want everything to be as smooth as possible. So practice really just getting comfortable with the controls to the point where you can adjust things smoothly without jerking the camera around, and that makes a huge difference in the quality of your shots. Alright, am I going to VidCon? I probably am. I haven't like signed up or like applied or anything yet, but I probably will go to VidCon just because, you know, I'd like to meet you guys, meet some other YouTubers, set up some potential collaborations. Reversal is working on coming out to the US to try to get to VidCon and E3. So if you guys want to see Reversal come out here, I think he started a GoFundMe for that. Levine Pradeep, what is your standard Emerald deck? You mean like team? I try to do it different every time. honestly. I try to use Pokemon that I haven't used before. So, that's part of the reason why randomizers keep it interesting for me. Alright. Let's head out. We got Beldum. Nickname. Nickname for Beldum? Anyone? Let's see. Give you guys a second. My mic still sounds bad? Let's see. What's going on? Alright. Wow, lots of names. Lots of names. I'm just gonna open my eyes and the first thing I see right now is gonna be the name. Alright. This is literally the first thing I saw. Here we go. Mystic 7, the Beldum. I think he'd probably prefer to be a Vaporeon, or maybe a Sudowoodo, but Beldum. There we go. Fidget toy. I have it right here. And this one also. Alright. Moving slow through this playthrough here. Also, I'm using my Xbox controller, so if the D-pad, if I ever look like I'm struggling to navigate, it's because the D-pad on this is terrible. If you've ever played with an Xbox controller before, you probably know that. Tyrogue. So totally randomized. I don't know what's going to be here on any route, but there is a Tyrogue right here. And I guess I'm Nuzlocking this, which is terrifying for me, honestly. Especially when I'm trying to, like, read chat and stuff. And since my Beldum only knows Takedown right now, that is a dangerous move for a Nuzlocke. Daniel, hey Nick, thanks for inspiring me to make my own YouTube channel. Quick question. How do you do that Pokeball overlay onto your original video shot? Yes. One of my biggest secrets. It's actually, I use a chroma key. Who's that guy behind me? Come on, Carlos, don't do me like that. I use a chroma key, so I'll just use a green background and I'll just key it out. It's like using a green screen, essentially. Makes it really easy rather than trying to like match up the video like I did the first time when I was trying to do it. The chroma key is way easier. Nuzlocke, yes, let me explain Nuzlocke, because I'm sure there are a lot of you who do not understand or don't know what a Nuzlocke is. It's basically playing Pokemon on hard mode. It's a set of rules that someone made up and introduced, and it sort of caught on, so a lot of people play this way now to keep things interesting. The rules of a Nuzlocke are, if a Pokemon faints, it's done forever. You cannot bring a Pokemon back. If they faint, they're essentially dead. You can either release them or make a PC box called Dead, or whatever you want to call it. So basically, you can't ever let your Pokemon faint, because you lose them, and if you lose all your Pokemon, then it's game over. That's the hard part. Then the other thing is you can only catch one Pokemon per area, and it's the first Pokemon you encounter there. So you don't really get to choose which Pokemon you're going to use. It's sort of random, and especially since this is a randomized version of the game, it's going to be completely random. Like, I'm going to have no idea what my team is going to end up being. So those are the two main rules. The other thing is you have to nickname all your Pokemon. That just helps you get sort of attached to them, so that it hurts even more when they faint and you lose them. So that's the way I'm playing. Essentially, it just means, you know, I'm gonna catch the first Pokemon I encounter on every route and really try hard not to let my Pokemon faint. Yes, I will use duplicate claws which is sort of like an optional rule where if the first Pokemon you encounter is something you already have, then you can skip that and catch the next Pokemon. So I'll do that just because it keeps things a little bit more interesting, so that way I don't have like 2 of the same Pokemon at any point. Levine, Pradeep, what editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. And once in a while, I actually haven't used it in a while, I'll use After Effects for like special effects. I used After Effects to animate the logo for the intro. So, yes. Gym Rework. Will it have a new berry? There are some extras in the code. I'm not sure. It's possible that it would have a new berry. Or you might just use one of the existing berries to feed Pokemon. But who knows. I'm hoping, honestly, that they don't introduce a new berry, because that's just going to take away from, like, getting potions and items. The more items they introduce, the harder it's going to be for rural players to keep up. Because if you don't have a lot of Pokestops around, and there's, like, a dozen plus different items that you can get from every Pokestop, the chance of you getting any one particular item that you need goes down every time. So, hopefully, no new berries, and you can just use those Nanab berries for something, finally. Alright. I have Pokeballs now. Oh wait, this guy doesn't give you a potion, it's the other guy. Oh no, it's the guy in the town. So this is gonna be... Oh, Sentret, really? Alright, well, it's a Nuzlocke. This is my first Pokemon that I'm catching. And honestly, I feel like if I attack it once, it's gonna faint. So, I'm just gonna throw this Pokeball straight up. Oh. Should I attack it? I mean, the Abra didn't faint, but it was level 5. I can't waste all my Pokeballs, though. Let's try. Looks like a shiny. Yeah, I thought it was, too, when it was first coming in. I thought it was. But it didn't shine like a shiny. Is that shiny? Everyone thinks it's shiny. Let's see. Yeah, I honestly can't attack it. Oh my god. This is the struggle right here. I only have 2 Pokeballs left. Let's see. Are the moves randomized too? No, they're not. Usually when I do this... God, I'm really not going to catch this. Alright, I have 1 Pokeball left. Do I attack? No, it's absolutely going to faint. Not off to a good start here. Alright. GG. I guess I'm just knocking this out. If I attack right now and this doesn't faint, I'm going to be so sad. Alright. That's the way it goes. Alright. So I guess I'm not catching a Pokemon on this route. And I'm going to go back and heal before I go any further. Beaner Man of Hyrule. Wow, thank you so much for the donation. Decided to be the one to donate the most so far, calling out Cody from a previous stream. That's actually my friend. Cody is one of my good friends in real life who I haven't seen in a while since he moved up to San Francisco and is now working for Apple. But shout out to Cody. I'll see him soon at the end of the month. But Beaner Man of Hyrule, question. Isn't it better to use a Pokemon that doesn't benefit from stab in a gym? Because chances are most, if not all, players attacking the gym will use that Pokemon's weakness against. What do you mean? Do you mean the Pokemon that you put in the gym has moves that benefit from stab? Or the Pokemon that you're using against the gym has moves that benefit from stab? Because yes, well, here's the thing. You can theorize about all this stuff and try to plan for like what people are going to use against you in a gym. But the truth is, for the most part, you're never really going to win as a defender in a gym battle. Unless you're like high up and, you know, the attacker is almost out of Pokemon already. Real quick, this is my favorite music in any Pokemon game. The Follow Me music. So anyway, yeah, under the current gym system, it's so hard for an attacker to lose a gym battle unless they just don't know what they're doing at all, that it almost doesn't matter what you put in the gym, because it's going to get taken down eventually. If not by a real person, then eventually by a spoofer. So, hopefully with the gym rework, there is a little bit more reason to think about things like stab and type advantage and all that, because right now it almost means nothing unless something has a double weakness, and only then does it really start making a difference. Alright, so this is going to be my second chance to catch Pokemon, and it's Cleffa. My Beldum is just too strong right now. I don't have Pokeballs. I messed up. Can I get a do-over? Will anyone? Can I get a do-over? Am I using an emulator? Yes, I am. Gamester Mama. Hi from Oregon. Love your vids. Pokemon Go basically revived our 14-year relationship. That's so cool. Makes date nights actually happen, exploring our city. Awesome. That's so cool to hear. Now, let me buy some Pokeballs. A lot. Maybe not a lot, because I need potions too. 10, so I can get that Premier Ball. And then I need potions. Alright. What emulator do you recommend? I've always just used Visual Boy Advance. I don't think they're doing, like, they've stopped updating it or doing development for it, but I mean, it runs perfectly. It plays every game. Alright, here's my do-over. I see enough people saying I get a do-over, and it's gonna be Jigglypuff this time. Level 2 Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff has a lot of HP. Do I attack it? Do I just throw the Pokeball? I'm gonna throw one Pokeball. If it doesn't work, I'm going to attack it. Okay. This is gonna be the hardest part. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna keep doing this until it wakes up. I should come to Norway. I was actually... A friend of mine just went to Norway. He found super cheap tickets to Norway. It was like $280 round trip. And I almost went with him, but it ended up overlapping a little bit. Or it was like right after the Australia trip. So I didn't. But I would like to go. It seemed really cool from... This is going to be so difficult. Just a question. Is it tiring to do so many videos? It can be. I'm learning now to get a little bit better at balancing it so that I can sleep a little more. I've learned to prioritize my own health over getting a video up every single day at the same time. But yes, it can get very tiring to try to upload something every day, especially when you do the amount of shooting and editing. Yeah, this is going to be the struggle. Okay. I'm pretty much not going to be able to catch a Pokemon until I get a little farther on, until they can survive and attack. Oh man. Alright. Route 102. I don't want to level up my Beldum. Unless, what level does Beldum learn a new move? A weaker move. Oh, Spinnerack. This is definitely not going to survive. Beldum, Gen 3, learn set. There we go. Alright. Oh, that was an accident. I was saying earlier how terrible this D-pad is. Can I get a do-over on that? This is the worst Nuzlocke ever. Wait, does Beldum really only learn takedown? Hold on, is that for real? Is that real? It only learns takedown. My Beldum is never gonna learn another move. Okay. Can I get a do-over on that Spinnerack? I can't. I can't use the joystick. It doesn't work. Stop with do-overs. I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. If I lose, if I fail this Nuzlocke, then I guess that's the end of it. This is embarrassing. Alright. Randomized Pokemon. Oh man, this is bad. It's alright, I resist that. I can't even hit a takedown. Derv. Nick, watched you since 50k for some reason. Well, thanks. I hope the reason is because you enjoy the videos. And I'm going to use a potion for sure. Emil of Herning. Do you realize how many hundreds of hours I have wasted on you? I hope it's not a waste. I hope you got something out of it. Enjoyment. Here's the thing. Time that you enjoy wasting is not time wasted. So if you enjoyed it, it wasn't a waste. If you didn't enjoy it, then yeah, it was a waste, and you probably shouldn't do that anymore. But I hope you enjoyed it. What's my rating in Pokemon Duel? I am right now, actually, I just broke 2500 last night, so 2524 is my current rating in Pokemon Duel. Can I make skate videos? I mean, I can. I'll try to skate a little more often in videos. Can you still hatch Gen 2 starters from eggs? I have not heard of anyone hatching a Gen 2 starter from an egg since the Easter event ended, so I don't think so. Unless you still have eggs left over from the event. Those could. But new eggs? Probably not. Alright. When are you going to launch this second channel? I've been thinking about this so much, and I go back and forth between should I launch a second channel, should I just start posting non-Pokemon Go stuff on the regular channel. This guy's a Beldum too? Alright, well I should win this one. I have the advantage. But as far as the second channel goes, maybe at the end of the month. I'm taking a little vacation at the end of the month. I'm going to like an event with some friends for like 4 or 5 days, and I won't have phone service. Like I won't be uploading probably. I mean, I might shoot while I'm there, but it won't be Pokemon, obviously, because I'm not really gonna have phone service. So I might shoot and edit that, sort of like vlog it, and use that to launch the second channel. So, second channel possibly coming at the end of this month, or beginning of next month. It's like a Metapod showdown. It's not that bad. At least we have attacks that do damage when they hit. This guy no, he does so little damage. Oh, he has 1 HP left. If I start a new channel, what would it be about? It would literally be about whatever I feel like making a video about. Because you guys know I like that freedom. I think it would be a lot easier to grow a channel in that way than it is to grow a Pokemon Go channel right now. Just because, one, Pokemon Go isn't really attracting a lot of new viewers, a lot of new players at the moment, And 2, because YouTube isn't really promoting Pokemon Go content like it used to. So, yeah, it would be about anything and everything. Whatever topic I feel like covering, because I just want to explore, you know, making videos about things other than Pokemon Go. So, anything. Do you ever wish you could go back and pick another team? Honestly, I don't. I love being on Team Instinct. I always like the underdog team, so no regrets. No more Pokemon Go. No, I'm definitely still doing Pokemon Go. I'm talking about the second channel. Or if I decide not to do a second channel and just start introducing other content onto the main channel, there will always be Pokemon Go. Alright. Why doesn't Magneton have a gender? There are quite a few genderless Pokemon. All the, like, robotic, sort of artificial Pokemon. Beldum, what I'm using right now, doesn't have gender. It's just because they're not really... I don't know. They don't seem like they would have a gender, I guess. I joined the stream late, and I've never played Emerald before. What is this stream about? Oh, this stream is about my terrible D-pad, making me look bad. The stream is about hanging out, really. I just put up a Twitter poll last night. What would you want to see me play if I were to stream today? And this got the most votes, so that's what we're doing. What is my favorite Pokemon game? I really like, actually, Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. But as far as like main series games, 3rd gen was my favorite, so this, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, I enjoyed the remakes also. So this is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games. And also, Pokemon Conquest, if you've never heard of it, I recommend this every time someone asks. It's a DS game, but it's like a mashup between this other game called Nobunaga's Ambition, and it's like a tactical battle system. It's set in feudal Japan, so there's like a bunch of samurai and like Japanese warrior types, and they each have a Pokemon, and it's just a really fun, like totally different Pokemon game. Did you know Team Instinct was going to be an underdog? I had a feeling that it was. I definitely had a feeling. Carlos, why are you so awesome? I mean, I don't know. I'm me, thank you, I guess. Just try to be genuine as much as I can. Pokemon Snap, yeah, actually, I would like to play Pokemon Snap. That would be a lot of fun. What do you think about the Pokemon coin cost variation? I think it sucks, but it's just, that's the way the world works. With money, unfortunately. Currency. It's unfortunate. Alright, here we go. Another battle. Lass. What's my most anticipated game of 2017-2018? The Animal Crossing mobile game. 100%, that is the game I'm looking forward to the most. I love the Animal Crossing series, and I am very excited for it to come to mobile, because I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be a lot of fun for, you know, non-traditional gamers, like we've kind of seen with Pokemon Go. It attracted a lot of people who don't really play mobile games, or games in general. So, this is dangerous. If this Torchic hits me with Ember... Oh, it doesn't know Ember yet. It only has Scratch. Animal Crossing, yeah. I think it's going to get like a lot of non-traditional gamers playing it. And it's something I'm looking forward to covering on the channel. Even though it's not going to have a huge following like Pokemon Go, it is going to be a lot of fun for me. Ember will kill Beldum. Alright. Oh, there's an item down here. I'm just trying to get to the next route so I can have another chance at catching a Pokemon, because this Beldum is making it very difficult for me. Is this a Nuzlocke? Yes, this is a Nuzlocke. Let me just put that in the Randomizer Nuzlocke. Alright. Put that in the title. This is a Nuzlocke, and I'm failing horribly because my Beldum is way too strong. Channel. Please shout out my channel. Thanks. Shout out to channel. Go check it out. Now that the UK is leaving Europe, do you think we may lose Mr. Mime and get a new region exclusive? I don't think it's likely. Honestly. Oh my goodness, that is dangerous. I'm down to 2 HP. Can I get out of this? Oh yeah. Oh my god, I accidentally ran into the grass. This D-pad is gonna be the reason I lose this Nuzlocke. Elo on League. I don't want to say. I finally finished my placements for the season. I'm bronze 1 right now. I was on this crazy winning streak. Like, I wasn't playing that much, so I was just like chilling in bronze 1. And then I finally like decided I need to get out of bronze. And I won like 6 games in a row, made it to placements, promos, won my first promo. And then 3 games in a row, my entire team just got stomped. And I lost my promos. You know, I had like, the whole team was flaming each other. It was bad. That's my least favorite thing about League of Legends, is how dependent on your team you are. Oh, I have to go talk to my dad. So yeah, it just really sucks when you get a team that's constantly fighting with each other and not really focusing on the game. Everyone's trying to blame each other, and no one really takes responsibility for their own mistakes. It's just really frustrating. So anyway, what else is going on? Jonas Euler Notrop. Honestly, my Scandinavian pronunciation is awful, but I'd honestly vote for you if you ran for president. Keep up the awesome work. You're appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't see myself ever really running for president. I'll try to make my difference in the world another way, in a more non-traditional way, but I appreciate that I have your support. Rave Bear. Hope you see it this time. Love you, Nick. I see it. Thanks, Rave Bear. Trevor Caserio. Thank you for the donation. El Caserio is, it's actually this Ecuadorian restaurant in, like, Silver Lake that's really good. Juan took me there the first time. Juan's Ecuadorian. So he took me to that restaurant, and it was delicious. Alright, so I gotta take Wally out to catch a Pokemon. I'm just gonna, like, speed through this. I don't have a speed modifier on. Do you still play Magic? Yes, I do. I've actually been playing on Magic Online quite a bit recently. What I do, since I pretty much only like playing drafts on Magic Online, because, I don't know. Oh wow, Wally gets an Electabuzz for his randomized Pokemon. Great. Anyway, yeah, I just play drafts on Magic Online, like Phantom drafts, because I don't want to try to like build a collection and try to play Standard, because it's always changing, and I'm not going to play often enough to really like maintain a collection, so I just play drafts. But instead of paying like $6 per Phantom draft, I'll just make a new account and play 5 new player drafts, because it only costs $10 to make an account. So it's a smaller draft, it's only 4 people, and you only play 2 rounds, but it's like way better value. So it's fun. I've been doing that a lot recently. EDH, I used to. I had a couple EDH decks, but I left them all in New Orleans when I moved, and I'm not sure what happened to them, unfortunately. What's the last paper deck I made? It was probably an EDH deck. I don't know. I don't think I was playing too much standard while I was there. Actually, you know what? I didn't really make a deck out of it, but I designed an entire Magic the Gathering set based on Pokemon. And it was on Reddit and got like a really good response. Like a lot of people liked it. I made these print sheets so people could print it out and like draft it and play with the set. And it was actually really cool. So that's on Reddit. If you just go on Reddit and search like in the Magic the Gathering subreddit, like I designed a Pokemon set or just Pokemon set, it should be there. Full 249 card set. Am I uploading a new video today? No, this stream is happening in lieu of an upload because yesterday was Mother's Day. I just spent the whole day with the family and I didn't really shoot anything. So I figured I'll just do this stream instead for today. And then after this, I'm going to get out and shoot tomorrow's video, which is going to be exciting because I have this this package right here that I'm going to open, and tomorrow's video is going to be all about that. So it should be interesting. Aiden Rose, I love you, Broseph. Thank you for the donation, Broseph. What champ and role do I main in League? Recently I've just been playing Thresh because of that Thresh game mode. That's so fun. The Dark Star Singularity, aka Thresh Golf. So I'll play like support, but if I'm playing support, it has to be a support that you can sort of carry with, so Thresh or Blitz, because they have such good initiation. Especially with Blitz, even if your team is terrible, if you get a good pull with Blitzcrank, even a terrible team can capitalize on that. Alright, Whismer is level 5. Hopefully I can catch this. Should I just throw a Pokeball first? And if not, try to use... I'm level 8 now, and Whismer does not have good stats. 3? Finally. Alright, nickname. Someone start shouting out nicknames for this Whismer. We gotta name it something. And for anyone who hasn't played Gen 3 and doesn't know, here's Whismer's Pokedex. Its cries equal a jet plane in volume. It inhales through its ear canals. I didn't know that. That's weird. Because of this system, it can cry continually without having to catch its breath. Whismer is a normal type. It evolves twice. It's nothing special. But here we go. Alright, here we go. This is what I'm going to do. Again, I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to open them. First thing I see, that's the name. Gordon Ramsay. That's not going to fit, but I can do Gordon. Gordon. Alright. Gordon the Whismer. Now I gotta go. Oh, I didn't even use any attacks. I don't need to heal. I have to, Alright, thanks for the name suggestions. We got it, though. Oh, yeah. Not a trainer. I'm just gonna start training this Whismer up a little bit, because I really don't want it to die. Any plans of doing a US tour in all 50 states for Pokemon Go? That would be fun to watch. That would be fun to watch. That would be fun to do. And it's something that I've thought about, that I'm like sort of planning in the back of my mind. So I know I've like talked about this briefly, but I spent a while living in a van it was 2 years ago now. So what I'd like to do is do that again, get another van and just do like a whole tour of the US, but start a new account for Pokemon Go and just do the whole tour around the US as like a full Pokemon adventure from start to finish, and just make like a whole series out of it, which would be a lot of fun, I think. So, depending on how Pokemon Go content goes in the future, or like updates, how the gym rework goes, that's always a possibility. And even if I don't start a new account and do like the whole new adventure thing, I might just do the tour anyway, because it's fun. Let's see. Alright. I'm gonna level up off of that. Perfect. Would you rather find a place you love and stay there, or see every corner of the world? I would honestly rather just travel. Like, I can't really, at this point in my life, picture staying somewhere. Like, I know for sure I'm not going to live in Long Beach for the rest of my life. I'm probably not even going to live in Southern California for the rest of my life. It's just, there's so much to see and experience, and I feel like staying in one place for your whole life, while it's, you know, it works for some people, I have nothing against it. For me, I would feel much more fulfilled in life if I was out and just like going to new places all the time. Alright, we got a battle here. Dixon Kwok, greetings from Hong Kong. Thanks, man. Greetings to Hong Kong. Give me 1 second. There we go. I'll just change it so the emulator doesn't pause when I click on another window. Alright, Billy. Billy's got a Hoppip. Do you think Mime Jr. will be European exclusive, or will it be for everyone and negate Mr. Mime's region exclusivity? Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to handle that. I think it should stay exclusive, but then that does give Europe a little bit of an advantage at that point, because I have 2 region exclusive Pokemon. But I think by Gen 4, when Mime Jr. comes out, we might start seeing multiple exclusives per region, because right now, Africa is the last, like, continent that doesn't have an exclusive, even though you can't really get Farfetch'd everywhere in Asia at the moment. I hope that, by Gen 4, we start seeing a couple more exclusives per region, in which case it would be fine if Europe got Mime Jr. also, because other people would have multiples. Karen Ammon. Ammon? Looking forward to more pins being released. I want something to go with my Mystic and Sylph Road pins. Yeah, well, we're still working on packaging and sending out the pins that were sold last week. So there will be more pins coming soon as all of these get shipped out. Like, we're just printing labels right now, which takes a long time when you have 300 orders to take care of. But more pins will be coming soon. And I've decided I'm going to do just a special, like, 1 pre-order round. This is the reason I didn't want to do a Nuzlocke, is because I'm only half paying attention, and I just lost my first Pokemon, so great. Okay, well, I need to focus a little more, but I'm gonna announce the next round, or like a small round, on Patreon only, just to give all the people who are supporting on Patreon a chance to get a pin in case, you know, they've missed out up to this point. So for any patrons who are watching, I am going to do a special patrons only round of pins to give everyone who's supporting a chance to order their pin. And then we'll do more like public releases after that. So don't worry, there will be more pins coming. It's not going to be like patrons only forever. Now, I gotta go deposit this Whismur in the death box. Man. Kent Barnes, thanks for answering. Utah welcomes you. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I've never been outside of the Salt Lake City airport in Utah, I don't think. But it's a nice airport. Alright, there we go. Once you fail the Nuzlocke, just play a normal match. I might, honestly, because I don't want to start over. Are you gonna get a Switch? Probably. As soon as they're back in stock, I'll probably order one. Mike Datz, keep up the good work. Your videos are awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alright, so I trained up that Whismer for nothing, really. Do I want to fight these guys right now? Might as well. How many states have I been to? It's like mid-30s, like at least 35 of the 50 US states I have been to. I used to travel a lot with my old job. Where can I play a randomized emulator? You just have to randomize the ROM. If you just search in Google Universal Pokemon Randomizer, you can download it, and it just like randomizes the ROM, and it works for, as far as I know, any Pokemon ROM, at least up to the DS games. I'm not sure about 3DS, but you can randomize anything. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5. Do you think battling Pokemon individually would be good for Pokemon Go before catching them? Honestly, I'm not sure that it would. The reason that they didn't want that in the first place was because they didn't want people spending a ton of time on, like, catching Pokemon, because they wanted them to keep moving. But of course, when it takes like 40 Ultra Balls to catch a rare Pokemon, you're gonna sit there and spend that time anyway. Honestly, I think it would be more fun that way, but I don't think it's the best thing for Pokemon Go, because they do want to keep people moving. Did I battle that guy? Oh. Alright, well, we got a rich boy up here. I'm gonna plant some berries. Question: does the buddy walk distance affect the moveset after evolution? It does not. The thing about movesets is that I really don't think Niantic planned out like which moves were going to be the best. They didn't decide, oh, let's make, you know, Water Gun, Hydro Pump super overpowered. They just kind of gave everything numbers and were like, yeah, that looks good. And that was super obvious when the game first launched, when Water Gun was even more broken than it currently is. But yeah, I don't think Niantic really planned which movesets were going to be good. Hopefully they put a little bit more thought into it for the gym rework. I'm really, really hoping for that. But, I don't know. What generations are in this game? This is 1 through 3. 1, 2, and 3. What's my party so far? You are looking at it. It's my Beldum. Because I've failed to catch a Pokemon on the first 3 routes, and then the Whismer that I caught here has already fainted. And it's dead. Ah, man. Have I tried to play Dota 2? I played a little bit, like one time with some of my friends, but I don't know. I put so much time and effort into learning League and League's metagame that I don't really see a reason to switch. I think, honestly, like, they're probably both equally fun, but if you play one or the other, there's not really a huge reason to go and, like, jump onto the other one. What is a Nuzlocke challenge? Nuzlocke means, basically, if a Pokemon faints, it's dead, you don't get it back, and you can only catch one Pokemon per area that you enter, and it has to be the first one you encounter, and if you don't catch that, you don't get to catch one there. Do I play an instrument? I do not. I wish I did. Honestly, the instrument that I play the most is probably the button on my emergency brake in my car. I just, like, press that button along to the music whenever I'm driving. What is my favorite animal? I don't know. narwhals are cool. It's a really cool animal. I like crabs, actually. There's something really aesthetically pleasing to me about the way crabs look. I just think they look really cool. Alright, here we go. This is my next chance to catch a wild Pokemon. Let's see what it's gonna be. Ooh, Ralts. I like that. Ralts is actually really good. For those who are not familiar with... Oh god, am I gonna knock it out? It's so hard to catch. Anyway, for those not familiar with 3rd Gen, Ralts is a Psychic type. It evolves twice to Kirlia and then to Gardevoir. I think it gained Fairy typing later on. Oh, nice. Easy catch. And then it also has a split evolution in 4th Gen. If you have a male Kirlia, right? It'll evolve to Gallade, which is like a more physical version of it, which doesn't really matter once you get to Pokemon Go. And let's get a nickname for this Ralts, please. That was like a really lucky catch, considering it probably only knows Teleport at this point. Alright, it's gonna be difficult to train this up. I'm just gonna have to do switch training. Trumpty? Really? Alright, I'm gonna do this again. Eyes closed. I'll start shouting him out, and then I'll open my eyes. First name, that's Ralts' name. Wally. That's perfect. It's a female Ralts, but I'm naming it Wally because, well, if you're not familiar, Wally is the kid that you help catch a Pokemon at the beginning, and when it's not randomized, he catches a Ralts. So Ralts is named Wally at this point. Alright. Oh, another Ralts. Here we go. Mystic 7. Oh, this one has Trace. What does mine have? Do I play any Smash Bros. Melee? I actually used to play a lot of Melee, and my main is Marth. I'm not very good at Fox, or any Spaceys really, but I'm okay on Marth if I'm warmed up, but I haven't played in a while. When is Gen 3 coming out for Pokemon Go? My guess is during the summer, around the 1-year anniversary of Pokemon Go, so like maybe July. And the reason is they already announced that they're starting to do quarterly updates. The first was Gen 2, and that was in February. The second big update is going to be the gym rework, which should be coming, I'm hoping, by the end of the month. The gym rework will be out. And then the next quarterly update would be somewhere between, it would be July, August, September. Yeah. And I'm hoping they like bump it up and just do it a little bit early and do it in July for like the 1 month or 1 year anniversary of the game. Yep. That's my hope. Alright. Have you been playing Pokemon Duel lately? I have been playing a lot recently. I'm up to 2,500 rating. Alright. Play with 3 chances per zone because you're stuck with takedown on your starter. Nah, it's alright. I believe in myself. How did you get Beldum first? This game is randomized. So every wild Pokemon is going to be different. All the trainers' Pokemon are different. Promo codes. I noticed a new promo code feature. Yeah, promo codes in Pokemon Go, they haven't released any yet. The feature's there, like the place where you can enter a promo code is there. But, you know, they haven't put out any promo codes yet, so that's no help. But of course, as soon as promo codes become available, I'll make a video about it and let you guys know. I can't, Ralts only knows teleport. This is such a difficult team setup right now. I'm honestly thinking promo codes are probably going to be like single use, meaning you can't like announce it and then just have a bunch of people do it. Because if they did, I don't know, it depends on what they use them for. There might be the occasional like game-wide, worldwide promo code, but for the most part I think it's just going to be a way to give people specific rewards for like in-person events or something like that. No real video today. Nope, this is what we're doing today because yesterday was Mother's Day and I didn't shoot anything. How can you cope with the RNG in Pokemon Duel? It's so frustrating. It is frustrating, but the way I cope is by playing in a way that sort of limits my reliance on RNG. So I try to focus on setting up surround kills. I almost never attack unless I have like a huge advantage. Or like I have something that specifically counters the Pokemon I'm attacking. So yeah, RNG is definitely frustrating. Randomness is very necessary in games, but you don't ever want the player to feel like they're losing the game because of randomness, which is often the case in Pokemon Duel. But once you get up to like higher levels of play, there's people try not to rely so much on it, and the game becomes a little bit more, or a little bit less random. Oh, it only knows Growl. Doesn't even know Teleport. Alright. How do you think Niantic will handle the OP slacking? Yeah, well, since I have a slack auth right here, here's the thing. Slacking, under the current system, will have like 5,400 max CP, which is incredibly broken. And the reason it would be that high is because it does have really strong stats, but it has an ability that sort of counterbalances that. It can only attack every other turn. So in order for Niantic to really balance slacking, when they introduce 3rd gen, they need to introduce abilities along with it, which I'm really hoping they do in some way with the gym rework, and if not with the gym rework, then when they launch 3rd gen. But the main thing is that they really just need to stop relying on CP. Like, CP needs to go away. I mean, they can keep CP, that's fine. It just shouldn't be the only criteria used to determine which Pokemon are going to be at the top of a gym. If CP, you know, didn't determine gym placement, then slacking really wouldn't be that much of a problem. Because it's strong, it's definitely a very strong Pokemon, but it's not, like, unbeatable. Blissey is still going to be a much better defender than slacking. Bambi, Leanne, Finley. My mom and I play Pokemon Go together. I watch your channel for updates. Just want to say thank you for keeping us updated. Also, what is raiding in Pokemon Go? Well, thank you, first of all, for watching and for the donation. And as far as raids in Pokemon Go, we don't really know how that's going to work. There were some messages found in the game that refer to raids starting. But again, we don't really have any details on it at the moment. Currently, people use raids to refer to like a group gym battle. Like when I went out last week with that Team Instinct group and took down a bunch of gyms, Generally, people would refer to that as a gym raid. But Pokemon Go is introducing its own raid system, but we don't really know how it's going to work yet. It might have something to do with the gym rework, it might be related to that, or it might be something completely different. But we'll find out soon enough. Which software do I use for live streaming? I use OBS. Alright. Got a great ball. Could there be status changes in Rework? Dylan Olson, thank you for the donation, and I'm really hoping for status changes. I'm just hoping for any sort of depth to the battle system, because right now, tap and swipe for a set amount of damage, the exact same amount of damage every time you attack, is, well, it's not optimal. And it's not doing a good job of keeping people interested. So any increased depth, effects on moves, status effects, it would all be greatly welcomed. J Masters, hey Nick, I just sent you an email about air rans. You'll understand when you see it. Thanks for all your content. I'll see you play a fan game or two like Snakewood. Thanks, man. Thanks for the donation. I will check out that email. And I actually really wanted to play a fan game that I had made like many years ago. I think it was back while I was in college. I don't have it anymore, but I went through like old forum posts to look for it. Found the download link, and it turns out that the download has expired, so that game is gone forever. But I did make my own. I actually made a few that never really, like, I didn't finish any of them. But like I said, I've always enjoyed creating more so than consuming. So like, whenever I get bored of playing a Pokemon game, it just makes me want to make my own Pokemon game. So unfortunately, those are not around anymore for me to play, but would have been a lot of fun to do a live stream of me playing my old Pokemon game that I made. Yeah, I can't think of anywhere that I would have that file. It was on a computer, like super old computer. So, bummer. Are you ever going to visit Syria? Honestly, I would love to. I just feel like that's the type of place that I need to plan ahead for. I can't just show up there like I did for Australia and New Zealand. Alright, here we go. I need a heal. You are number 5 on live trending. Am I really? Awesome. Is there anyone here watching who just found this channel, who has like never watched trainer tips before, but found this live stream because it's trending on YouTube? Let me know. There is no sound. Why is that? There we go. Sorry. Lost the audio. Do I have Ampharos yet? In Pokemon Go, I do not have Ampharos, unfortunately. I have 101 Mareep candies at this point, so another 120-ish kilometers walking with my Mareep, and I should have enough candies for Ampharos. Wow, there are a few of you who are new to the channel. Well, thanks. If you're new here, typically I make Pokemon Go videos every day, and I would love to have you stick around. So after the stream, check out the channel. Alright, let's get this, what is it, Whalmer Pail? Oh no. No thank you, I just learned all about berries. Who's gonna give me the pail? There it is. When do you think the gym rework will roll out? I'm hoping by the end of the month. It's been about 3 months since Gen 2 dropped, and they're doing quarterly updates, which means every 3 months. So hopefully very soon the gym rework will roll out. We're starting to see like a little bit of code for it in the most recent APK mines, in the most recent updates. So it should be coming soon. What is your favorite Pokemon region? It's this one, Hoenn. There's just so much about... I don't want to risk this. So much about 3rd gen that I really enjoy. One of the things is secret bases. I really liked having secret bases, and then super secret bases in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's so fun. It's so fun just like looking at people's bases and battling them there. There's something really cool about like building your own area. You know? It's cool. Do you think Blissey will always be this OP in Pokemon Go? I'm hoping with the gym rework, they rework it in a way that like sort of tones down Blissey. Not like a targeted nerf at Blissey, but they just change some things so that it's not so like completely overpowered. Like honestly, with the gym rework, we could see a rework of the way stats are calculated, which they've already done once in the past. So, I don't know. I think that would be fun. Or helpful, really. Train your Ralts. Yeah, I probably should. Any plans to go to Key West to snag Corsola and Heracross? Here's the thing. When I go catch Corsola and Heracross, I'm going to do it out of the country. And I don't really want to catch them both in the same place. I like the idea of catching them both separately in different places. Oh man, this takedown is really scary. Did you notice that Ditto glitch? Yeah, a lot of people have been posting screenshots of that. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently when you catch a Ditto in Pokemon Go now, after the Ditto, like your next wild Pokemon encounter, the Ditto will show up on screen somewhere. It's so weird. Double battle on bridge, Ralts guaranteed XP. Yes, that is correct. What about Poland? I'll host you in Poznan. What is that accent on the N? Like, how do I pronounce that? But anyway, Poland would be cool. I would love to see Poland. Like I said, there are a lot of parts of Europe that I'm hoping to go to, planning on going to. What's your deck in Pokemon Duel? Right now, it's Articuno, Zapdos, Whimsicott, Mew, Metagross, and... oh god, there's one more. There's one more, and it's a rare. It's not an EX. What is it? What other rares are worth using? God, I really can't think of it. Oh god, I'm struggling now. Should I just go all the way back to the Pokemon Center? Like, I can't get through this double battle using only struggle. It's gonna hurt. Oh no! This is so dangerous right now. This is not the position that I want to be in for a Nuzlocke. What does Barboach know at this level? Does it have ground type moves? Did I like Australia or New Zealand better? Honestly, I like them both. I'll say I liked the Pokemon. Oh god. Okay. That was so risky. I like the Pokemon spawns better in Sydney. Like, that was crazy to just catch 3 crazy rare Pokemon a day. Like Charizards, Dragonites, Blissies. But since in New Zealand I was out really exploring the country, I think I enjoyed that better than just like staying in Sydney while I was in Australia. I have an ether? Oh, I do have an ether. Whatever, I'm already halfway back to the Pokemon Center. Hung on by a thread, I really did. $3 HP, I know. It's so risky. That's the thing with Nuzlocke is like, I always just risk it and I end up failing. What am I using to play this? I'm playing this on VBA, Visual Boy Advance, with an Xbox controller. How come I don't stream on Twitch? The reason I'm not doing this stream on Twitch is because I'm doing this instead of a regular upload today. So if I were to do this on Twitch, there would be a lot of people who aren't following on Twitch or on Twitter and wouldn't know that the stream is happening and would just be like, oh, where's today's video? But at least this way, it's on YouTube, so people will watch the stream or they'll see the stream later on and they'll just know, you know, that's what happened today. Plus, you know, I have my following largely established here, so to go to Twitch, just a lot less people would see it if it was on Twitch. Chris, thanks for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. Just joined. Current team. Here it is. Super exciting. Mystic 7 the Beldum, and Wally the Ralts, level 5. Hector Abercrombie, thank you for the donation. Alright, train Ralts. Here, Ralts is going to get some XP out of this double battle. Question. My family is going to a Greek island in the summer. Looked on the Silph Road and stated there was a Mew nest there. It's fake. There are no Mews in Pokemon Go. There are no legendaries. You would have heard a lot more about it if that was a real thing. So, God, this is going to be a very difficult battle. If these are both, well, that's a decent amount of damage. Do Kangaskhan also appear in New Zealand? No, they don't. It's Australia only. How long will you be streaming for? Not too much longer. I've already been up for like an hour and a half, and my throat is starting to hurt from talking. So I'll probably get to Rustboro. Should I just go all the way through the gym battle? I don't know. We'll see. I got a ball toy on Nuzlocke. Yeah, I did. It was my starter. Super lucky. Oh, this is going to be the longest battle. Would you go to the Philippines? Absolutely. I've been to the Philippines twice. I actually went last year in April. Positivity. Hey Nick, thank you for what you do. Got both my parents into Pokemon Go. Awesome. Question, why do they put code for big updates in the APK early? To tease us? I don't think it's to tease us. I think it's just like that's what they're working on. And, you know, they gotta put it in sometime. Or maybe it is honestly a little bit to tease us because, you know, they don't do a lot of PR. They don't ever talk about updates before they're coming. So maybe they put them in there knowing that we, the community, are going to get that and talk about it, and that builds a little bit of hype so that they don't actually have to do it. And maybe, like, the Pokemon Company doesn't allow them to do it. But anyway, it's possibly because they know we'll talk about it, and it's just free publicity for, like, upcoming stuff. Dog of the Old Republic, yo, from Mexico. Yo. Thanks for the donation, man. When you come to Europe, where would you go? Oh, excuse me. That's a doorbell. That's probably a delivery. I'll be right back. We'll talk about Europe when I get back. Yep. Delivery. That's more shipping supplies for pins. Alright. Oh man, can you talk us through how the mechanics of the main series differ from Pokemon Go? Okay, hold on. Europe. The countries that I want to visit in Europe for sure, Spain, Barcelona is a city that I've always wanted to visit. It's one of the best cities in the world for skateboarding. Plus, out of all the countries in Europe, Spanish is the only language that I'm like halfway comfortable speaking, and I could at least like read and know my way around and a little bit like converse with people a little bit. Obviously I would want to go to the Netherlands and try to like hit up Reversal, collab, see some of the places where he plays the game. Ireland, England. There's a lot of places. Eastern Europe. There's a lot, like, I would want to spend a lot of time in Eastern Europe. Anyway, a lot of Europe. But we'll see. We'll see what I can afford when the time comes. We'll see. Try to keep it realistic. So anyway, how main series mechanics differ from Pokemon Go. For one thing, the battle system obviously is turn-based. Is turn-based better? Not necessarily. Is the battle system here better than Pokemon Go? 100%. You can still obviously have a fun action, like real-time battle system, but Pokemon Go sort of dropped the ball on that. Hi Nick, you got in our car in New Zealand. Griffin says hi. Awesome. Hi Griffin, and thank you again for showing me around, you guys. That was really cool. Now, as far as mechanics, it's like there's so much more depth to the main series games. So if you look at a Pokemon, obviously in Pokemon Go, all you get to know about a Pokemon is CP. But when you come in here, look at all these stats. You have HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, and you actually get to see those stats. In Pokemon Go, a Pokemon has HP, attack, and defense. And in Pokemon Go, their attack and defense stats are a combination of their main series attack and special attack, and their defense and special defense. And then speed is added in as like a little bit of a modifier. And then the other thing is obviously 4 moves, and every move has an effect. So for example, Takedown, a reckless charge that also hurts the user. Instead of just dealing damage, like every move in Pokemon Go, it deals damage, but then you take, I think with Takedown it's 1/3. 1/3 of the damage that you deal, you also receive that much damage. So it's a strong move, but it has a drawback of dealing damage back to you. And now that I'm confused, this is really risky. So that's another thing. There's status effects in the main series, like Confusion. And when a Pokemon is confused, it has a chance of hurting itself rather than attacking its opponent. Oh man, I need to use a potion right now. I need to switch out. So these are all things that I think Pokemon Go could benefit hugely from. Status effects, definitely. Effects on moves, absolutely. Expanded stats, 100%. So when the gym rework does drop, I'm just hoping that they'll take a little bit, just a little bit of this stuff and transfer it over to Pokemon Go. If you guys remember the time that I, from the video where I snuck into Niantic HQ and talked to someone from the Pokemon Company, they said that they were there helping them on the next feature, which we know is the gym update. So hopefully with the Pokemon Company there, they're sort of advising them and telling them, like, you know, let's try to bring this mechanic from the main series and we'll work that into Pokemon Go in some way. And Hwarf says, yes, there are also abilities in the main game, which is another thing that is completely missing from Pokemon Go. Oh, nice. Ralts learned Confusion. I can start training it for real. So abilities, every Pokemon has an ability, and it's sort of just like a passive effect that Pokemon has. So check this out. ability right here in the middle, Clear Body, prevents ability reduction. So Beldum's ability, Clear Body, prevents it from having its stats lowered. So if a Pokemon used a move like Growl, which lowers your attack stat, that wouldn't work on Beldum. Ralts, what does my Ralts have? Synchronize, passes on status problems. So obviously Synchronize doesn't work without status problems, but if Ralts were to become paralyzed, poisoned, burned, whatever, the enemy Pokemon would also gain that status problem. So that's just another layer of depth that you have to sort of consider and play around when you're building a team, when you're choosing which Pokemon to use in battle. There are a lot more layers to the main series battle system. Again, there's also IV and EV, yes. So in Pokemon Go, you guys are familiar with IVs, individual values, which are unique and random for each Pokemon, which we have in the main series games also, but they go from 0 to 31, so they're expanded. They make a much bigger impact than in Pokemon Go. And in Pokemon Go, we also have EVs, which are effort values. And effort values are different from IVs in that you can influence them. So this has been around since the beginning of Pokemon, and it's one of the things that sort of differentiates like the competitive battle scene from just casual play, because a lot of people, like, you wouldn't know about this stuff really unless you were looking online or like talking to people who play competitively. So EVs allow you to sort of influence a Pokemon's stats as you train it. Every Pokemon that you battle will give you a certain number of EVs for one of your stats. So for example, like, generally it's like whatever stat that Pokemon has the highest for, that's the EV that it's going to give you. So let's see what this guy has and see if I can like tell you off the top of my head. Igglybuff is probably a 1 HP EV. So assuming that's correct, basically what that means is by battling this Igglybuff, my Beldum gets 1 EV for its HP stat. And for every 4 EVs you get for one stat, that equates to 1 increased stat point at level 100. Now I think like you gain them as you level up. So if I were to battle like a ton of Igglybuffs in a row, when my Beldum leveled up, you would see that it would gain a lot more HP than normal. So it sort of allows you to influence your Pokemon stats and build them and like customize them in a way beyond just choosing their moves. So for example, you could have like, I don't really know what the best competitive sets are right now, but like you could set up a Pokemon so that all its EVs are in speed and attack if you just want it to be a sweeper. But you could, and at the same time, take that same Pokemon and give it like a few extra EVs in defense or HP or something, and if you calculate it right, you can set your EVs so that it will survive a specific attack from like one of its main counters. So if there's a Pokemon that always one-hit kills your, let's say, Alakazam, if you wanted to, you could give your Alakazam a little bit of like defensive EV training, and it would survive. If you did the calculations, it could survive that attack, and you know that makes a huge difference. The difference between getting 1-shot and 2-shot is, you know, you're living twice as long. So I would love EV training in Pokemon Go, honestly. I think just like that little bit of just like customization, like one extra layer of things that you can build for your Pokemon is huge. Wyvern Pop, just here to show a little love with what I have to spare. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Also, please say hi to Snacks for me. I will, absolutely. He's hanging out with all the other Pokemon that we have been sent in the mail. Alright, you gotta smooch him here. Girafarig is Africa exclusive. Unfortunately, it's not. I would have liked it if it was. I think it made perfect sense for it to be, but I have Girafarig. I've hatched it from an egg. I had a Girafarig nest here at the Pike for a little bit, so unfortunately it is not a region exclusive. even though I think it should be. But hopefully with Gen 3, maybe Africa will get an exclusive. And we had the desert here. Like, what Pokemon would make sense for an African region exclusive from Gen 3? Girafarig was the best one, honestly. Oh, Thunder Wave. How do I donate to your channel? You can super chat. That's the main way to donate here in the live stream. Or you can support the channel on Patreon, which is patreon.com/TRNRTIPS. Cacturn? You guys think Cacturn would be a African exclusive? When I think of like the African desert, like the Sahara Desert, I don't really think of cactus. I just think of huge sand dunes. Like I see, I don't know. I mean, I've never been to the African desert, so I couldn't tell you what's actually there. But I think of like cactus as more of like a southwestern America thing, you know? Should I try to get double battle here? Oh, I guess I'm not going to. Tropius? Tropius is a little too tropical for Africa, don't you think? Maybe Trapinch. Trapinch, I could see that maybe. God, I'm getting risky here again. But Trapinch has 2 evolutions, and right now every region exclusive is just a single stage Pokemon. Seviper? Possibly. Torkoal? Torkoal is like volcanic. There aren't a ton of volcanoes in Africa. There's way more volcanoes in like, you know, the Pacific, that ring around the Pacific Ocean. That's where all the volcanic activity really is. Tropius should just be equatorial, kind of like Corsola. I think that would work. We need some Pokemon that only show up like far north or far south. Some ice types, you know? Zangoose. Is a mongoose like an African animal? What episode is the one you went in Niantic? I don't know what number it is, but if you search on the channel, Sneaking into Niantic HQ, that's the title of the video. Baltoy, Relicanth. Kecleon? Kecleon's interesting. I think Kecleon's gonna get special treatment, sort of how Delibird and Smeargle are at the moment. Oh, I should have healed. Wally is still getting neglected. Yes, he is. He is getting neglected, unfortunately. Do you miss Pokemon Go from back in the first month of launch? Honestly, I do a little bit. It was just like, that was a really special time in not just Pokemon Go history, but in like Pokemon in general history. The first month of Pokemon Go was unbelievable, where it seemed like everyone in the world was a legitimate Pokemon trainer. And that was really cool. So yeah, I definitely miss that. It's cool now, like I like that it's calmed down and that, you know, it's not getting so much negative press. You know, there's a dedicated fan base, but nothing beats the feeling of like something brand new. So that was fun. question. How do you feel about having a viewer in Venezuela? Honestly, I think it's really cool. Like, when I go through the channel analytics and like look at where people are viewing from, it's so cool to see that people literally all over the world are watching my videos, and I think it's just awesome to know that like I can reach that many people and that many people are coming together and share this common interest from all over the world. So, really cool. Steve S., do you plan on visiting NYC soon? Also, you're awesome. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Yeah, New York is one of the cities like at the top of my domestic travel list. Drumps from the Silk Road actually invited me out, so it'd be really cool to go out there and like hang out with him and talk Pokemon and like sort of, you know, interview him for the channel, get the whole story behind the Silk Road. So that'll definitely happen sooner or later. It's looking like between now and the end of June, I'm really busy. Like, at the end of this month, I'm going out of town and for like 4 or 5 days, and I won't be uploading for that. And then in June, my cousin's getting married at the beginning of the month, then, you know, VidCon, E3. There's a lot going on in June. And honestly, even into July, I already have a lot of plans. So we'll see, eventually. But there is a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the next couple months for the channel. Beyond just, oh, this is dangerous. You know, beyond just my stuff, though, there should be some exciting stuff in Pokemon Go. Hopefully, that gym rework will be one of them. My bus is in 17 minutes. Wrap up the stream. Don't miss your bus on account of the stream. You can always come back and watch later. I'm honestly like barely paying attention to what's going on in the game. Just whenever I see Mystic 7's HP get low, I'll just heal it up. Alright, there we go. When you're playing the Pokemon game, would you want to split between physical and special attack and defense? Honestly, yeah. I think the physical special split adds a huge amount of depth to the game. I don't know, hopefully. I have big dreams, big hopes for the rework. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get through this little part here in Rusturf Tunnel. Rescue Pico. And then I'm going to battle the gym. And then that's going to be the end of the stream. Hopefully I can beat the gym. Texan Valor, do you think an up-and-coming Pokemon Go YouTube channel can make it? Of course, I think that you can make it, definitely. I just think right now is a difficult time to grow as a Pokemon Go specific channel. And the reason is, like, you've all noticed this with my channel, that the sub count isn't really growing quickly at all. Some days it even goes down. And that's just because people aren't, excuse me, like, new people aren't really picking up Pokemon Go right now. There's not a lot of hype around it. A lot of people are losing interest, unsubscribing. But you can definitely do it. Like, there's obviously a dedicated fan base, and if you continue to make good content, those people will come and watch your videos for sure. It's just going to be difficult to grow beyond that fan base. Whereas, you know, if you were some other kind of channel, obviously, if you had the freedom to like discuss whatever's hot at the moment, it's a lot easier to grow in that way than it is to focus on one game specifically. Martin Willen. Hey Nick, good luck with the future of your channel. Sure, what you decide will be great. What are your thoughts on maybe filters for current tracker? I don't know. I mean, customizing the game too much to make it too easy to like find specific Pokemon is going to take a little bit away. Like, I still have my issues with the current tracker. You know, obviously it only shows you 9 Pokemon at a time and only Pokemon near Pokestops, but we know that the footsteps are never coming back. I really don't think that they're going to focus too much on improving the tracker anytime soon, so I think for now it is what it is. Hopefully with the gym rework, things will get like a little bit more interesting aside from just catching Pokemon. Because in all honesty, oh, did I come in here too early? Oh, I'm supposed to go to... Someone probably said this in the chat, but I'm not supposed to be in here yet. Alright. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah. There just needs to be more to do in the game than just catching Pokemon, and then the tracker won't matter as much. Like, honestly, if we could train Pokemon, that would be cool. Obviously, the buddy system is one way to gain candies for Pokemon you already have, but if you could, like, gain XP or even just gain candies from gym battles, that would be a cool way to train up Pokemon that you have, that you want to use. Although it might be difficult considering everything in gyms right now is like, you know, 2700 CP and above. Alright, let's heal up. Meet up at E3 or VidCon. Yeah, if I make it to either of those, which I'm hoping to do. I missed the deadline for applying for a press, like, media pass for E3. And it's like they say the only way that you can really get one at this point. Where am I supposed to go to trigger this event? Do I go into the gym? Oh, I have to battle the gym first, right? Alright, I guess we're battling the gym. So this will be, like, after I beat the gym, that'll be the end of the stream. But for now, let's keep talking. Will you pick this up on another day? I probably will. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but you know, if there's ever another day where, like, I don't have time to shoot something and I just want to do a live stream, or if I'm ever bored and just want to hang out and do a live stream, then yeah, I'll definitely pick this up. Did you just forget to catch a Pokemon in the tunnel? Yes, I did. Piccolo, I did forget to catch a Pokemon in the tunnel, and this is why I'm bad at Nuzlockes. Especially when I'm like, I don't know, I was just like way too focused on engaging with the chat and like answering questions, which honestly it's fine. I have a Beldum. I'll be okay. How much of a difference do IVs make in calculating max CP of a Pokemon? Well, it depends on what the IV is, because in the CP formula, attack is weighted more heavily, so higher attack IVs are worth more CP. Like, one attack IV is worth twice as much CP as one defense or HP IV is. So the actual difference in terms of percentage, I'm not exactly sure what it is. But it's pretty close to like the actual percentage of the IV. IVs make up a bigger percentage of a Pokemon's CP the lower the Pokemon's max CP is. So like perfect IVs versus 0% IVs, it makes a big difference on a weak Pokemon. Like, let's say Furret, right? Because if Furret's max CP is what is it? I don't know. It's probably less than 2,000. IVs make up a bigger percentage of that than for something like Rhydon, which maxes out in like the high or mid 3,000s. But I don't know. I think we've put too much. I can't do Nuzlocks and talk. I can't do it. Anyway, what I was saying is I think we've put too much focus on IVs. The movesets are far more important in Pokemon Go. I can't believe I just lost that. Rip. Anyway, I'll just keep going. I'm gonna get through this entire thing with just Beldum, probably. Do you think Beldum will be rare to find in Pokemon Go? Absolutely. It'll probably be as rare or rarer than Larvitar. As far as like what biome, I'm hoping it's in the Magnemite Steel type biome. I don't think it will be, but if it is, I'll probably have a good chance of catching it because like 50% of the Pokemon I catch when I put a lure on the Pokestop here is Magnemite. Man, I am so bad at Nuzlockes. Would you ever do a full Let's Play of a Pokemon game? Probably not. I'll probably only play this on the channel if it's a live stream, so I can just like answer questions while I'm doing it. How did you first get into Pokemon? That's a good question. The first thing I remember about Pokemon is when the first time I saw a commercial for Pokemon, I was at my grandma's house in one of the bedrooms upstairs where like me and my cousins would always watch TV because everyone was, you know, the TV downstairs was always in use. And I saw this Pokemon commercial, and around the time, I don't know like what else I was into at the time, but I saw the Pokemon commercial and like something about all the different monsters was really appealing to me, and I was just like super hyped for it from that point. Yeah, I mean at that age, like I was in 4th grade I think when Pokemon came out, and obviously everyone in my grade was into Pokemon, so it was almost impossible not to like get into Pokemon when all your friends are into it. And yeah, it was just like, it was the big thing at that point. And a lot of people grew out of it, but me and a lot of my friends just remained interested all the way through. I remember in middle school when like it wasn't cool to like Pokemon anymore, me and my friend would still bring our Game Boy Color to school, and when we were walking home we would play Gold and Silver version. And whenever someone else would walk by, we would like hide the Game Boys, like put them in our pocket, because we didn't want anyone else to know we were still playing Pokemon. And then when you get to college, it's like all of a sudden it's cool to like Pokemon again. So I think like since that time in middle school, I haven't been ashamed of liking Pokemon ever again. How did you hear of the Pokemon Go beta? I mean, I think probably through the Pokemon subreddit. When the trailer first launched, I was like immediately interested in the game because it represented like so much of what I wanted in a Pokemon game, at least in my head, like, oh, real life Pokemon adventure. Obviously it didn't turn out to be exactly what I think a lot of people were expecting. Alright, this is going to be a tough battle. I'm going in Beldum only. Anyway. So I was kind of like following Pokemon Go from then. Like the Pokemon Go subreddit popped up, I subscribed. The Sylph Road popped up, I subscribed. And then, of course, once they started announcing, like, at that point I was following all the news. So whenever any small piece of news came out about Pokemon Go, I would know about it. So when they announced the beta, originally, like, just for Japan, right? Was where they did the beta first? Or was it? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I was just, like, completely on top of Pokemon Go news from the beginning. Like, from the day the trailer came out, I was following very intensely on the game. So as soon as the beta was open for the US, I applied right away. And I didn't get in at first, because at first they were only accepting high-level Ingress players, but once they opened it up, they started accepting like a lot of people from Southern California, like the whole West Coast, because I think they were trying to test gyms and stuff and see how like multiple people building up gyms or like battling together or whatever. So I was lucky enough to get accepted at that point, and yeah, the rest is history. Alex Krupe, hey, I've been subscribed since day one. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for providing original and amazing content. Keep up the good work. You're truly an inspiration. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Do you still have your very first Pokemon in Pokemon Go? I do. It was my Bulbasaur, my starter. I kept it. My first Pokemon ever? I do not, because I don't have my original blue version cartridge anymore. I'm honestly not even sure what happened to it. I think my mom probably gave it away at some point. Bummer. Would you be opposed to Pokemon in Pokemon Go being more exclusive to their surroundings? Water types around bodies of water. Would that make it unfair to newer Pokemon Go players? Honestly, I was hoping that it would be more exclusive from the beginning. That like you would have to travel a lot more to complete your Pokedex instead of like, you know, coming to Long Beach or going to Santa Monica Pier where you can catch pretty much everything if you stay there long enough. I was really hoping that there would be like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 Pokemon that you could catch in one city, and then you have to like move to a different climate to really catch something else. Like I didn't ever want to see an ice type in Southern California because we don't get snow here. But obviously it didn't work out that way. Alex Ricky, greetings from Peoria, Illinois. Hope to meet up with you sometime. Me and my husband look forward to your videos every single day. We really appreciate your work. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. Alright, this is getting risky. I'm just gonna keep healing up. What all Pokemon have you lost? Ralts. What else did I lose? My Whismur? I only had 2 Pokemon. Other than this Beldum. Am I gonna wake up yet? There we go. I'm gonna take some serious recoil. Nope, I'm gonna completely miss. Ah. What would you change if you could relaunch Pokemon Go? Oh man. That's like a topic for an entire video. There's so much, honestly. For one thing, like I know it's not entirely Niantic's fault that the Pokemon Company had them on a deadline and that they wanted to get the game out during the summer. Oh my goodness. But for one thing, it just wasn't ready. Like, and Niantic has acknowledged that. They've admitted that it wasn't like the full version. It wasn't everything they imagined when they launched it. So I'm probably gonna end up losing this battle, aren't I? Anyway, I'll probably go into detail on that eventually, like what Pokemon Go should have been or could have been. Yeah. Oh my god, I really am gonna fail this. This sleep powder is like the worst thing, and then on top of that, I just like, if I'm awake, I miss. Hopefully I can wake up here. Oh my god. I can take one more attack, honestly. And then if she has a potion, I'm dead. Oh, he has a berry. I don't have any berries. Oh, I planted all my Oran berries. Oh, man. Alright, this is probably the end of it. Oh, and she has a potion on top of that. At this point, I've used all mine, and this Vine Whip, yeah, this Vine Whip, the next Vine Whip will for sure knock me out. There is nothing I can do at this point. Nope. GG. See, this is why I don't like Nuzlocks. It's because I'm bad at them. Game over. Oh, man. Well, anyway. I'm going to start wrapping up the stream. Anyway, I'll probably pick this up. Maybe pick it up as like just a regular playthrough and not a Nuzlocke. but I am going to save right now. Save game. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll try to do this again eventually at some point when I need to make up a day of missed filming or whatever, or if I'm bored, you know. So anyway, thanks for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow with a regular Pokemon Go upload. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit subscribe, because I promise I make good videos. Thanks for watching, guys.